Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our stream. Today is Sunday, and we've got a morning session on today. No one booked in for this afternoon, so just we'll be here till about 1 o'clock today. Nice small amount of players, a small group of guys that all know each other pretty much. Playing this morning, so should be some good fun. Bear with us a couple minutes. They just finished the safety briefing now. So the first game should be starting fairly soon. So yeah, a few minutes time and we'll be all with you. Still got some gremlins with our stream today. For some reason, can't type in the chat again. So I'll have to comment through a different means. But we'll sort that out. So it looks like the players are just getting into their first game. They'll be starting the night off with a team deathmatch. Let me just plug my headset in. So yeah, we're starting out with a team deathmatch. Let me just switch the arena cam over for you so you can see what's going on. Here we go. Should have our martial cam up and running as well today, once the game starts anyway. Here we go. First game of the night. So, first game is Team Deathmatch tonight. We always do this sort of as a little warm-up to get the players used to the arena. As you'll see, as the players respawn on those bottom two cameras there, they'll each press that little white light button, and the light will switch off when they press it. On those buttons, it basically tallies the amount of times that the players are respawning. So, if we play in Team Deathmatch, obviously we can tell who wins or loses by the amount of respawns each team has. So whichever team has the most respawns is the losing team. So you want to try not to respawn so much. Seems to have a player that still has not actually left his spawn yet, so I will encourage the marshal to push him out of the spawn. There we go, got him encouraged out of the spawn there. It's much more fun if you actually leave the spawn. Already in the first game got a couple guys that are having issues with their guns, so but there's still a few guys in there, so the game's going to carry on as going. I think all of them are using pistols today, so there's going to be lots of reloading. Oh, there's one that's not. So sorry if I keep disappearing. There's just me in the shop today, so I'm running backwards and forwards, sorting customers out and things like that. So you'll have to bear with me if it goes silent, but I will get back to messages and things like that straight away as soon as I see them. So we're just coming up to the last just less than 4 minutes, almost 3 minutes now left of this game. In the future, we'll be able to see on our scoreboard that we've got there exactly how the players are doing, but for now we can't see that. We need to wait for Attack Sense to code that. On our scoreboard in the safe zone though, we can see the actual respawns. So yeah, again, if I go quiet, it's usually I'm either in the shop or I'm on the radio talking to the marshal. We've got Chris marshalling today, rather than Matt or Dan or Lindsay. I think Lindsay was marshalling yesterday for the Apocalypse guys. That was a good day. They had the whole day booked out as a private session, so if you did want to book out private games, you can totally do that. It was lots of fun, lots of silliness, nothing crazy serious. They all just had a big laugh, lots of running around and being silly. I was looking over the VOD yesterday of it, and it all looks quite funny. But yeah, if you're just joining us, there's only a minute and a half left on this game. The first game is Team Deathmatch. If you haven't seen our stream or been in our arena before, you'll notice the players pressing a little button as they respawn on those bottom two cameras there. That will basically count their spawns. So every time they do that, it obviously keeps track of how many times that team's respawned. So there's 1 minute left now on this game. Yeah, we'll see if they push on the last minute. A lot of green players in the spawn. I think a lot of them are sort of having gun issues, early morning problems here. There's one of the red players, which is the guy on the left there. He doesn't tend to leave his spawn. Also, you'll notice the red players have actually got blue armbands too, so that's just a confusion that we like to add. No, we haven't added that on purpose. It's all just to do with our targets. So the targets are either red or green. So and we don't have red armbands yet, so the red players are blue. And that is game over there. So let's find out who won. I'll just have to ask the marshal there what the scores are. So bear with us a couple seconds. I'll stick you on the break screen, and we will. I'll let you know the scores in a second. Looks like Chris is just having a look now. We'll find out in a few seconds what the scores were. So the Reds did win that one. They had 20 respawns, and the green team had 24. So it wasn't too different. So I've just got to go fill a player's tank with what air we have left. We don't have much air, but we do HPA refills usually. So if you do run HPA and you wish to play here, we will refill your tank. Let me just put this in the chat. Yeah, I'll be back shortly, but while I wait, you can enjoy these lovely adverts, and we'll be back with another game in a couple of minutes. So players all filled up on air now. Just waiting for a couple of them to reload and stuff like that before we go into the next one. We will be doing another round of team deathmatch. So if you didn't catch the first game, it's pretty simple. Obviously the team that respawns the least is the winning team. So the Reds won the last game with 20 respawns, and the Greens had 24. So they weren't too far off each other. There's only 4 respawn difference there, so pretty good start for the day. Some of the players did immediately have gun issues and needed to reload, so they were in and out of the arena. So it sort of made the teams a little bit uneven there, but I think it was all right. They weren't in the safe zone for too long. So yesterday we had quite an interesting group of guys in. We had the APA, which I think is the Apocalypse Protection Agency, I think they call themselves. They're a big team from a site called Apocalypse. They hired out the entire site for the whole day, and they had loads of them playing up there, doing all sorts of different games and things like that. I think the whole thing was all streamed as well, so if you do want to go back and watch that, it's available to watch on YouTube, Facebook and Twitch. The one I would recommend watching it on is Twitch, because you can do little like replays and stuff like that. You can clip parts of it, make them as like little replayable clips, which is cool. But yeah, those guys, really cool, bunch of amazing people, lovely guys, lots of fun. Everybody was smiling, everybody liked the new arena. I think majority of them hadn't played in the new layout as well, so it's good to hear that they all enjoyed it. We're still looking for feedback, so again, if any of you guys as well have feedback on our arena, whether you've played here or not, let us know. We try and take everything into account. We want to try and make it as good as we can, because we've got the space up there, we might as well use it. We will be updating our stream setup as well soon. I know we've only just done that, but we're moving our setup to our new office, which will be closer to the arena, so it'll be a faster sort of response time and everything, which will be nice. Hopefully there'll be no sound issues or delays like we've been having Gremlins last couple of days with that. We'll also hopefully be adding another camera that we can control from the office, which is on like a zip line. So we'll control that across the arena, so you get like a bird's eye view of like a 360 camera, which will be cool. We're going to try and do a slightly different format as well with guests, so it will be more of a podcasty kind of thing. So the game will be on, we'll be talking about the game, but like during the ads we can just talk about a load of rubbish. All Airsoft related, obviously. But yeah, hopefully it'll make these adverts a little bit more interesting. We tried to make them as interesting as we can. Matt, who does our graphics, has put a lot of effort into the adverts, so hopefully they're good. But yeah, if you are waiting for the game, we're doing another team deathmatch. I'm sure we're all waiting for the game. The players are just finishing up, loading up now by the looks of it. So we should be back shortly. Let us know what all the sound levels are like as well. We've had some gremlins in our computers messing with our sound. So players are heading back out in just a minute's time. They're all, well, some of them are in the arena already. So I'll switch the cams over for you so you can see. Here we go. So this is another round of Team Deathmatch. In Team Deathmatch, the team that respawns the least is the winning team. The way that we calculate that is in the spawns, there's 2 bottom cameras, there's a little button on each wall. Each player will have to press that button and then they'll count to 5. We do like a 5-second respawn thing here. But when they press that button, it will tally up a spawn on their team. So essentially letting us know who's respawning the most. So whichever team respawns the most is obviously the losing team. It was pretty close last round. The Reds managed to win with 20 respawns and the Greens had 24. So yeah, we'll see how close it will be this round. Chris is just about to start the game now. He's just checking on the players, making sure they're all in the spawns. Make sure they press the buttons as well. Much lower numbers today than we had yesterday. Had I think more than a full house yesterday as it was a private game, which is always welcome. Just waiting on one more player who's just entering the arena as I speak. One of the Reds, so he's right next to his spawn. There he is. Okay, Chris is just about to start the game. And here we go. So like I said, the last time the Reds did win, but only just by 4 spawns. So they had 20 respawns. The Greens had 24. So we'll see who wins here. I think the Reds are respawning on the bottom right camera and the Greens are on the bottom left. Yeah, that's right. And as you'll see, like I was talking about earlier, they'll press the button there as they respawn. That tallies a count, so like the light goes off when they press it. And that basically means that they just respawn. Seems like not all the players are using the 5-second spawn, so I just have to alert the marshal there. They just had to alert the marshal there. One of the players can't seem to count to 5, or if he is, he's counting very quickly. So if you're just joining us, this is a team deathmatch. The players will have to press a button in the spawn. The team that has the least amount of spawns is the winning team. It's fairly obvious if you've played any online shooter game ever. Hiya Lindsay, thank you for liking the stream there. Hopefully you're enjoying your nice day on site. It's much nicer than it was yesterday, so good. It's not stupidly hot either, which is nice. It feels so much cooler today. That storm last night that we had. Oh, it was amazing. It's always hard to tell when there's a lower number of players which team sort of respawning more. I have a feeling the reds have respawned a little bit more than the greens so far, but we'll see. There's a lot of movement, which is nice. I think one of the players is just respawning. Not respawning, reloading. He's already run out of ammo. The trouble with running pistols... Yeah, the trouble with... oh, then there we go. Another player on the same team having gun problems again. Trouble with running pistols is you've got to make sure you've got enough mags or ammo. The mag adapters, obviously, are ideal in this sort of situation, but it's not everybody can do that. Not everybody's got the whole setup. Something that I do like to run in CQB is a high capo with an MP5 mag adapter running off an airline. Not everybody likes that. A lot of people get angry about that, but it is what it is. I have got the option to just run mags as well. I do have plenty of mags. So just coming to the 5-minute mark on the game now. Oh, we had a bit of someone pointing a gun at someone as they walked into the arena there. That's a bit of a interesting thing to do. I suppose they didn't want to get shot in the back. Lots of reloads today, it seems. Like I was saying, it's always worth, especially if you're playing CQB, and especially in this arena. It's very tight, very active arena. Even though there's a low number of people, there's always going to be several directions that people are going to be shooting you from because it's so quick. You need to make sure you've got plenty of mags and ammo and things like that. It's a must, especially if you're just running a pistol. Very difficult one to balance. It's not so bad when you've got a pistol as a sidearm and you've got one or two mags, but yeah. And there we go, he's learnt how to count to 5 now. There's one green player that is very active. He's constantly moving, which is what we love to see. It's how you really need to play this arena. He is just spawn killing people quite a lot though, so I need to probably mention that.
Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need to keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage and say sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. Now we going way up. W use as easy as a layup. Never late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up.
Sorry about that. That seems like it's game over. Not sure who won at the moment. I think it was the Greens. Yeah, sorry, I just had to sort a gun issue out for a customer. We'll be back shortly with some more games and stuff like that. So bear with us a couple minutes and we'll be back. So if you are just joining us, we have just played 2 games of Team Deathmatch. The Reds won the first one, and I'm pretty sure the Greens then won the second game. We're just waiting. The players are just having a bit of a breather, so we're just waiting on them to reload and stuff like that as well. We'll be back in for another game. I'm not sure what we're playing next. I will find out from Chris shortly. But yeah, bear with us a couple minutes. We will be back with another game. In the meantime, enjoy our lovely adverts here with this this nice picture of a steak and kidney pie. And there you go, full English breakfast. We have a cafe in our shop, as well as our site. We've got a range and obviously the shop as well. We do quite a few different things. So yeah, we're kind of like we've got our hands in many pockets, or as some would say.
generation of my time. There is nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through. Don't go around and waste my time. A generation of my kind. There is nothing we can do.
So not too long now. Players are all back in the safe zone. I think they're just explaining the next game to them. Couple more minutes, we should be back. The players were just having a bit of a breather and smoking and things like that. So not too long till the next one. Okay, guys. So the next game has just been confirmed. Will be two shooter flip. In two shooter flip, it's basically a target control game. So one team, well, the objective is to go around the arena, find the targets, change their colours to your team's colour, and hold them that colour for as long as you can. The team to hold the most targets for the longest amount of time is the winning team. Obviously, the respawns are active in this as well, so the more your team respawns, the more points you'll lose at the end of the game as well. So you don't just want to keep respawning continuously, that'll end badly for you. Yeah, players are just getting their masks and stuff on now, so hopefully less than a minute until the start of the game now. Okay, so the players are heading out now. Let's get those cameras switched over for you so you can see what's happening. So the team's been pretty even so far as well today. Both teams have had a win, which is nice. It's always a good thing when teams are well balanced. There's not many of them too balanced today, not like yesterday. We had loads of people yesterday. Such a tiny group today, but most of them all know each other. I think bar like one guy is just on his own. So yeah, they should be having fun, hopefully. It's almost like they've got their own sort of mini private game today. But if you do want to run private events, we do that as well. That's what we did yesterday for a big team of Airsofters, APA. I think it's the Apocalypse guys. Okay, we're just about to start the game. Chris is just about to press the button. So this is two shooter flip. In two shooter flip, it is a target control based game. So the targets will be used. You'll see they'll flash up there. And here we go. You can see through Chris's eyes as well. Getting to angle his camera down a little bit. Okay, so looks like the greens have had quite a big head start here. They've grabbed 7 of the 20 targets in the arena. There's still 10 up for grabs, which is craziness. Oh, so I got a player with a gun issue. So yeah, the greens are completely dominating. They have 15 targets, with the reds have absolutely none. I think it's due to their strongest player was currently having to try and fix his gun, but he's back now. Just 5 targets. Still 5 targets up for grab. Lots of gun issues today. Not sure why. It's just one of those days, I think, which is annoying. Nothing worse than you turn up somewhere and none of your guns work. I had that issue the other day. I went to a range with a few friends and yeah, I forgot everything. I ran out of air. My gun wasn't working. It was a nightmare. I didn't have any tools to fix the gun as well, so that was brilliant. Supposed to be there for like the whole day, but I ended up only being there for like an hour and a bit. Couldn't even test the gun that I had a tech rebuild for me as well, which is really, really irritating. But I've tested it now and it's amazing. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Sometimes you have those days. Looks like that green player took a nasty shot there and he was having a bit of a dance. And still, the reds have got absolutely 0 targets. Not too sure what they're doing. I do a little bit of a team rebalance after this game. The 2 green players clearly very, very, very good at CQB. They completely understand how you need to move and everything. He took a nasty shot in the knee by the looks of it there. That's not a nice place to be shot in. One of the reds is still out at the moment with gun issues, which is a shame. Hopefully it doesn't let it ruin his day for him. We'll see. I think there's no question of who's going to be winning this game, but hopefully we'll have a rebalance on the next one. It seemed fairly even on the first 2. One of the players is back from the safe zone, reloaded. I'm not quite sure what he's shooting at. He's obviously just shooting at nothing. I think the main issue we've got is well, with one of the reds there, he's running out of ammo before he even leaves the spawn, so just shooting at nothing really. Really need to leave your spawn, especially in this objective-based game. The Reds do have one target now, which is better than they were doing, but 17 to the green. Still 2 that haven't been claimed, but I don't think that's gonna help the Reds at all at this point. They're over halfway of the game, and the Greens have held all of the targets pretty much. Hopefully the Greens are having a good time. The Reds have started to shoot some targets now that they're all in the arena, which is good. We've got 10 versus 8 targets now. There's still 2 that haven't been taken, but I think the Greens have clearly won this, at least on reveal time. Not sure on respawns, but definitely held the targets well. They've taken a huge leap forwards again with the targets there, leaving the Reds with 1. There's still 2 targets that haven't been shot, but there's 3 minutes left on the game now. A little bit of a team kill there, potentially. Something that's really, really important. Obviously, sometimes it just can't be helped, but something really important is always to check your gear over before you go and play. I spend a good couple hours making sure every single one of my guns works, is under chrono limits as well, before I take them out. Otherwise, it's just you just have issues and upon issues. There's nothing worse turning up and all of your guns go down and there's nothing you can do. Not fun. The Reds back up with 5 again. Better than 1. Got 14. Oh, 6. Oh no, it's back to 5. The Greens are on 14, so clearly still going to win this, I think. Reds are climbing back up there, but they literally need to hold all 20 targets, I think, for the whole last minute and a half to actually win. I'll be very surprised if the Green don't win this. There's just 1 minute left now, almost, anyway. Again, I think the Greens got this. The Reds have started to their guns all seem to be working now. They are doing much better, but I think it's a little too late. Hopefully in the next game we're going to reshuffle the teams a bit, and hopefully there's less gun issues. I think that's just the main thing causing the massive difference in the teams, is some of the Red players are just having issue after issue, which sucks. It's very unlucky. But we've got the last 30 seconds now. See if they have a big rush in these last 30 seconds. Some players just coming back into the arena now. It's kind of pointless. With them 15 seconds left, leaving the safe zone door open as well. That's clever. And that is game. So, yep, Greens definitely won that one. No surprise there, unfortunately, for the Reds. But it is what it is. You have issues with your guns. That is the sad side of it. once they get working, I imagine they're probably all very nice guns. I looked at one of the players that keeps having issues. He's got a nice TM Glock, and I love TM stuff. I think it's just just doesn't like running on air for some reason. But let's see how it goes. Alright, so I'll get these cameras switched over to bright. Okay, so it was actually close on the respawns, which is good, but the green team really, like, it was quite obvious that they won through holding the target. So it's 23 respawns on each team, but it was a green win. So, couple minutes, we'll have a reset. Hopefully, the guys will reload pretty quick. We'll get in for another round of that. I think they're going to do a bit of a team rebalance. But the respawns were really, really equal, which is good. I have a feeling the Reds were just having because of their gun issues, they just had a bad time there. They ended on 19 targets to the Greens and 0 for the Reds. So that kind of says it all. Which is always a bit sad, but we'll find out on the next game once we've had a bit of a reshuffle. See what happens there. Hopefully that solves all the issues. It's always difficult to judge the balance when there's lower numbers too. Some games, some players will get tired, which won't run, and then other games they'll just completely stomp. We had it a few nights ago. We had the red team were winning the entire evening, so we were like, oh, we might switch the teams up a bit. They didn't want to switch up, and then suddenly, as soon as we mentioned switching the teams up, the Greens just started winning every game, which was crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes time. If I do go quiet, it's probably because I've run into the shop to help a customer or talking on the radio. So if I don't respond immediately, I will respond as soon as I can. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We should be back in with another game in a moment. Let's get it started. So we're doing another round of team domination. No, not team domination. Sorry, two-shooter flip. Oh, sorry about the squeaky chair. So in two-shooter flip, it's a target control game. Both teams will have the objective of going around the arena, finding as many targets as they can, and switching them to their colour. They want to hold them their colour for the longest period, basically. So whoever holds the most targets for their colour for the longest period is the winning team. Just about to start now, because just going to press start. Here we go. So the respawn's also big factor in this game. Oh, it looks like none of them realised there's game on there. But yeah, respawns are a huge factor in this game as well. So the more your team respawns, the more points will be taken off your score at the end of the game. So you want to be careful with your respawns. Might need to get our Marshall cam angled down, unless he's looking at the ceiling. He might be. Oh no, he's figured it out. All good. There we go, much better start this time for the Reds. We have had a bit of a team change up. It now seems very red dominant, but not all targets are active yet, so we'll wait and see. How many have we got? We've got 16 targets active, so there's still 4 left to go. But it's majority Reds now. So I think just communicating with Chris there, it seems like all the players are very active. It's just the Greens are a little less focused on the targets and more focused on shooting people, which is a difficult one. It is a difficult thing to do in the arena. It's very disorientating of where people are shooting you from upstairs. We've designed it that way. Makes for a very good sort of CQB site. Well, we think anyway. Let us know what you think though. If you don't like our layout, let us know. Let us know what you would change about it. If you do like it, let us know what you like about it. But even any suggestions are good suggestions, unless it's obviously silly ones. but yeah, we're always open to criticism and feedback, and obviously compliments as well. Welcome to. We had lots of compliments yesterday from the guys at Apocalypse. They loved it, which was great. Lots of smiley faces, lots of people come down and said it was a good design. So, very happy with that. We spent a lot of time working on it. Thinking about all the angles and stuff as well. It was very difficult to achieve. But we did it. Both sides are pretty much the exact same. There's only one slight difference on one to the other, but it's literally like 10 centimeter difference, and it's purely because there's a heating pipe in the way. We had to try and build a wall into that and take that into account, and we didn't think about it until we got there. but yeah, everything else is all good. Ooh, green player took a nasty shot, having a dance. I think Chris was talking about yesterday, he's going to make a compilation of all the people dancing. Whether that's dancing in pain or dancing because it's fun. I don't think he's playing any music up there today. Sometimes we play music. What was that? Went through something. BFGs. I didn't realise they had those. That's cool. We do allow bangs in our arena, but only reusable ones. So anything that's got primer in it or something like that, all good. Like the reusable primer grenades or the timed primers, gas grenades, spring grenades, whatever you like. Dog toys, if you like. We allow those. The only ones we don't allow are burnable pyro. So anything that's got a burn, be it hot or cold, we don't allow them. It gives off too much smoke. We are attached to offices as well, so we'll get in trouble filling the offices with smoke. Can't wait to get our new office set up as well. We've got an office upstairs, we're just kitting it out. Got furniture and stuff arriving this week, I believe, which will be fun. It's another project, always got projects going on. We need to sort all that out, kit it all out. We're going to have a proper photography studio and stuff. We do have a studio at the moment, but it's not very big, so it's a bit cluttered. But for our media guy, got all that sorted out. It's nice to have, it's almost like we've got our own little empire here. It's great. So it still seems the Reds are ahead, but not by too much now, which is nice. The Greens have, I think the Marshal spoke to the Greens. Oh, sorry about that, it's clearing my throat. It's coming up to 4 minutes left, I'm thinking, well, just gone past 4 minutes left. Yeah, but the scores have definitely evened out, so I think that team mix-up was a good idea. It's worked quite well. Oh, someone just took a nice shot to the face there. We've got a player leaving the arena. Trying to leave the arena, by the looks of it. I don't know if you saw there, but Chris just shut the safe zone door. It's very important that we keep that shut. So if you are listening in on the TV up in the safe zone and you do come in and out, please keep the door shut for us. Bit of shouting there, don't know what he was saying. He might have been chatting. Didn't sound too aggressive or anything. You guys could probably hear what he was saying better than I can. If I have the speakers up too loud, it feeds back, so I can't hear very well, but I can see everything, so it's something that we're going to resolve though when we get our new office set up. We'll have headphones rather than these speakers. So just got past the 1 minute mark. The player switched to his secondary there in the spawn. Wasn't sure what he was what he was quite doing there. So the last few seconds, there we go. That's game over, and the Reds win. So it was very close by the looks of it, but from the score, it kind of tells me that the Reds held the most of the targets for about 70% of the time. So that's pretty good though. That's pretty even. So I think that balance has actually helped quite a lot. We didn't have any gun issues as well that game. There was like one player left the safe zone to grab another mag, I think, but left the arena to grab another mag. But yeah, that was much better. A red win. I'll find out what the respawns were like. Looked fairly even again on respawns, but I'm not sure. Okay, so it was fairly close again. So it was 27 respawns to the Reds and 33 to the Greens. So I mean the respawns might have even been a factor in that game. It might have actually changed the scores up because it was, as you can see, it was very even. There was like at the end, both teams have 10 targets, so that's pretty good. Well done to the Reds. I think that much needed team mix up did help there. But yeah, we'll be back. Can't speak. We'll be back shortly with another game. I think it'll be a different game. I'll let you know what that'll be in a moment. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple minutes' time. The players just need to have a quick reload and a breather, I think. It's not so hot today, so hopefully there won't be so much recovery time. So a couple minutes now till the next game. Not sure what we're playing yet. I think it's going to be either an attack or defend or team domination sort of thing. So, give us a couple minutes and we'll be back. just a couple minutes now, just waiting on one more player. He's just getting his kit together, I think, while they explain the game. I'll find out exactly which one we're playing, but I believe it is an attack and defense. Not too sure on that, but I'll find out for you. Okay, so players are just getting into place. The game that they are playing is Team Domination, so this is a cool one. This is basically like a tug of war. So targets will randomly spawn in the arena. The goal is to find your colour target and shoot that target. The team to the goal is to shoot as many of your targets as you can, and it works as kind of like a back and forth. So for example, if you see on the scoreboard, like as it says now, it's 10 and 10, but obviously this was the last game. That would be an even split. So if the green team then shot another one, it'd say 11, and the reds would go down to 9. So the idea is to sort of whoever holds the majority, like split over on their side for a longer period of time is the winner at the end of this one. So it's quite cool. It's quite an interesting one. It'll make more sense as you see it sort of playing. Basically, every time you shoot a target, a point goes up on your team and down on the other. So it's like an up and down kind of game. It's like a seesaw almost. Whoever's at the top of the seesaw, I guess, is the winning team for the longest time. Respawns do also count in this game too, so that'll be a factor. The more your team respawns, the more points you'll lose. So here we go. Game on. They look like they're very ready. And the reds straight out of there. The greens are like, oh, time to go. So yeah, straight away we've got the reds taken a bit of a lead. Greens have pulled 1 point back. So basically all this means that there's only like so many active targets all at one time. It can be anywhere from 2 targets open at one time or 20. But it would be an even split of the colours, so there could be 1 green, 1 red, or there could be 10 green, 10 red. But yeah, it's completely random. No Marshall cam for this game. Our GoPro's got a bit too hot, a bit warm up there. But it looks like the reds are holding their more points to start with. You really do need to try and find your target. We know now we've sort of, as I was about to say it. Oh, there we go. It keeps changing so quick. Evening up. There you go. Fairly even now. Got another player, the same one on the red team, having gun issues again. Not quite sure what he's doing. Currently, the Reds have taken the lead quite dramatically here, which is surprising as one of their players is actually in the safe zone currently. So that's quite good. Shows the teams are okay. Oh, and then suddenly the Greens have taken over. They've pulled it right back there in like literally less than a second. They've switched it over. So this is a very like of the moment kind of game, so it can change it any second. We had a bit of a bang go off then as well, which is cool. Always love to see those. Other red player's just entered the arena again. I think he's just making his way to his spawn so he can start again. There he is. So it seems like a red player is shooting the wrong coloured targets. I have a feeling. Don't quite understand the game, which means that he's accidentally working for the opposite team, which is difficult. But the Greens have taken it back from the Reds. So far it's been fairly even. I think the Reds had the beginning of the game. Now the Greens seem to have taken over. We're just coming up to the halfway mark as well. So almost 5 minutes left. There we go, 5 minutes left. And the Greens still kind of have the lead. The Reds are pulling it back slowly. There we go, look, it's evening out again. Oh, but there you go, the Reds, the Greens have just taken it back as I said it. Shouldn't have said anything really. It's an interesting game though. I didn't quite understand how it worked for a long time, but having tested it now myself, I understand, and it's quite cool. Really cool concept. It's basically like a tug of war. So you imagine people pulling on a rope. You want to pull the rope over to your side, and the more points you have basically means that you've got control of more targets, kind of, which is what you want. You want to be holding the majority points for the longer time. So at the moment the Greens are obviously winning there, but it could change over to the Reds any second, and if the Reds held it for like a couple minutes, that would favour them. So as I said it, the Reds are taking over, which is cool. So there's 6-3 now to the Reds. Really interesting game, this one. My favourite one was the attack and defend that we do, but I think this is, now I understand this one more, it's beginning to be one of my favourite games, I think. 9-0 to the Reds there, which is really good. Oh, there you go, they've taken a couple back. This is going to be a really close game. I'm really unsure. It might be down to the respawns. The Reds had it at the beginning. The Greens then took it for quite long period in the centre, the middle of the game there, but the Reds have taken it back now towards. Now we're like nearing the end of the game, which is quite cool. Not so much respawning from either team. There's one player hanging around in his spawn. I think he's contributing too much. I think he shot his teammate there. And the Greens have taken, without me even noticing, the Greens have taken it back. So it's still really, really even. It's going to be a very close game, I think, this one. I'm really unsure on who's going to win. And the Reds have taken it back. What's going on? Madness. It's like a drop of the hat game. It can change at any second. I think so far the Greens held it for the longest period, but the Reds have now, I think, added total of the times that they have taken it. They have held the lead for majority, I would say, but the longest period in one sort of go was the Greens definitely at the centre of the game. So I'm not sure how that will calculate in the points, but the respawns obviously will be calculated, so that might be the sort of winning factor of this, because the Greens have taken the lead again, not by much, but they're holding the lead, so it means that they're winning. And then now the Reds have done it, so who knows what's going on. Could be anyone's game, this one. I think it might even be down to the respawns, which would be awesome. Saying that, the respawns have been very even on both both teams. We even had the exact same amount, so both teams had 23 respawns the last game, which is crazy. And again, another player is just out in the safe zone. I think he's reloading. So in the last 30 seconds, I got carried away, chatting away. Didn't realise how we're doing. So the last 20 odd seconds of the game now. Currently the Greens have got it. I reckon the Greens may have just won this. They've had majority targets, and they've had a lot of targets when they've been in the lead. So I don't know if that's a factor in the score, but it seems that they have won. The Green did win. That was very close though. It was by hardly any difference by the looks of it. We'll tell by the spawns, I think. But I think they just held just a tiny bit longer than the Reds did. So we'll find out in the next few seconds once Chris has a look at the scoreboard for me. I'll let you know what that was like. So the Greens actually respawned more times than the Reds did in that game, which is actually the Blues on the screen there for you. So the Greens had, I think it was like 30 plus respawns, and the Greens had the mid 20s. Sorry, the Blues had the mid 20s. The Reds, I'm confusing myself, but yeah, the Greens win, but I think it was very, very close on the reveal time there. We'll be back with another round of that soon. So bear with us a couple minutes. We'll be back. So if you're just joining us, players are just having a quick breather, and a bit of a smoke and a drink and stuff like that. Just to try and cool down. It's not particularly hot today, which is nice, but it still gets quite warm upstairs while they're playing and running about, especially with all that gear on. We've got a lot of gear on today. Should be back in a few minutes time with another round of team domination, which is our like sort of tug of war kind of game, which is really cool. So bear with us a couple more minutes, and we'll be back. So it looks like we should have our Marshall cam back up for this next game. Fingers crossed, but it seems to be all good now. We will be playing another round of team domination in a few minutes time, so bear with us for that. If you didn't catch the last round, this is kind of like a tug of war style game. So what will happen is in the arena, targets will randomly appear in sort of like an even like batcher like targets, so there could be anywhere between 2 or 10 targets or 20 targets active in the arena. The idea is to shoot the target that is your color. So if you're on the green team, you want to fight the green targets, obviously, and if you're on the red team, you want to find the red ones. Just to confuse you, our red team is actually called the blue team. We will be switching ends as well, but yeah, the red team here, which will be shooting the red color targets, actually have blue armbands, just because we don't have any red ones currently. But yeah, it's like a tug of war thing. So last time the greens won. Let me just change all the cameras over so you can see all the players entering the arena. The greens won, but it was a very, very close game. I think they were equally sort of pulling the majority of the targets over to their side. Players just getting in their spawns now. I think they're just having a little bit of a test. So all the players just getting ready in their spawns. This is quite a cool game mode. I didn't fully understand it now. I do. It's quite cool. So it just works like tug of war basically, which is nice. So you'll see the score go up on one team and down on the other. The idea is to hold the higher number for the longer period of time. Chris is just starting the game for us now. And here we go. You see the lights flash 5 times. So, looks like the Reds have taken a bit of an early start. Nothing crazy. Ah, then there we go. It's been evened out now. The Greens have taken the lead. This is a strange game. It can suddenly change from one side to the other. Let's just turn Chris's eyes on as well, as you can see. So it's evened out again, and as I said, it changes all the time, this game mode. It looks like there's only 4 targets active currently, but it could change at any second. There could be up to 20 targets active at any one time. Players can't activate the targets. They just become active randomly, which is quite cool. What I like about this game, it's all random. Still only 4 targets available. But looks like the Reds have got most of them. They're holding most of them pretty well. So the idea is, you see your colour target, you need to shoot it. That scores your team a point. Every time you shoot those targets, the other team loses a point. So you've got an equal chance to shoot all the targets. So there's always an even amount of targets active. So I think at the moment there's 6 targets that have been shot by the Reds. So it probably means there's about 12 targets active. But it just means, oh, there you go, the Greens have just taken loads out for some reason suddenly. It could just like completely change favour to one team the other. Sort of thing, like in positioning in a sense. So one side of the arena could be completely green, one side could be completely red, but it's completely random. So very strange one to sort of see what's going on. But you can kind of tell who's winning by the points at the bottom there. So you've got green have got 5, red, they've got 6 now. Red have got 1. So the Greens have effectively pulled all the points over to their side. The Reds need to try and take those back. Just like a tug of war, you've got more of the points over or more of the rope on your side, you're going to win. But you need to hold it on your side for as long as you can. So majority green so far. Greens have been holding for a long time. They won the last game as well. I have a feeling red team are having gun issues. So the player there having gun issues. I think he racked all of his BBs out of the gun. Isn't ideal. Must have some left, so. But yeah, it seems even again now. Both teams have got equal amount. As I say that, it changes, but it's changing back, so fairly even. So it's about a middle kind of ground at the moment. And there we go, the Greens have just taken it back again. I think the Greens are probably going to win again in this one. Since we've just got over the halfway mark, they have held the majority of the targets for most of the time already. I can't see the Reds coming back from that, really, unless they hold all of the targets, all of the points rather, and don't let the Greens get any for the rest of the game. Can't see it happening though. So, where are we at? Sorry, I had to run to the phone. So we've got less than 2 minutes left. Looks fairly even. I'm not sure. I missed a little bit of the game there. Still think the Greens might have this. The Reds have been holding their ground sort of towards this end of the game, but the Greens did hold most of the points for this start of the game there, so I think that did win. They've probably won them the game. Have to wait and see though. The Greens have taken the lead again, but I shouldn't say it really, it just evens out as soon as I speak. So just 1 minute left on the game now. Let's see if the Reds can pull all the points to their side, see if they win. Honestly, not sure. Very even. I have a feeling it'll be the Greens, but not too sure. I might have missed something. And the Greens are pulling it back again away from the Reds though. Okay, and yep, the greens did win. That was game over. Not sure on the respawns in that one. Didn't really keep a mental note of who was respawning more, but we shall see. I'll find out from Chris. But yeah, it looks like the greens won second round of that too. We'll be back shortly. I'll let you know what the respawns were like. We'll be back with a different game. Probably be an attack and defend, I would think. Depends what they want to do. So there was only a 2 respawn difference there, but the greens did win overall. The greens had more respawns again, but only by 2. It was 28 respawns for the greens and then 26 for the reds. So it was a reveal time win to the greens again. So they obviously held more points than the reds did. Okay, so we're back for another round. Let me just switch the cameras over so you guys can see. So the players are pretty much ready. One player is sitting out for this game. It'll be quite a cool round, I think. So Chris is just about to start the game. So this is our sort of tug of war kind of game. It's called Team Domination. Alright, sorry, I think we're playing attack and defend even. We are, yes. So it's 2 out of 20. Ignore me just then. So this is attack and defend. So the aim of the game is to... one team is attacking, one team is defending. I think the blue team are attacking first. The idea is to take out all the targets in the fastest time possible. So far they have got 9 out of 20, 10 out of 20. It's going up, you can see it going up there. They've got 20 targets to take out in the fastest time possible. The team to do it the quickest time is the winning team. They've only got 6 targets left to get. Only 4 targets left now. This is quite a fast time. I think the fastest time we've ever had was 55 seconds or so. We've only got 3 targets left to get, and they're not even in the 2-minute mark yet. Two left. So it's quite a fast time, this one. Not quite fastest. One left. Okay, and they've done it in 1 minute 26 seconds. So I'll put that in the chat there for you. So this was the red/blue attacking team. 1 minute 26. Let's see how fast the greens can do it. I'll leave the camera on for now while Chris just resets. Hopefully it'll be a quick turnaround. So this will be the greens attacking now. Quick reset. Chris is just going to press the buttons. Try and get him to angle his camera down as well. He's looking at the foreheads of all the players currently. Chris is just going to start this round, so this is the greens attacking now, I believe. Yep, here we go, green team. 2-1, that is game on. Off they go. They got 3, 4, 5. So the defending team usually have 2 or 3 lives, I think, in this game mode that we play, just to sort of make it not last forever. They've already got half of the targets in 20 odd seconds, so it's pretty quick. It's quicker than the last team managed, which is cool. I think it was a minute before they got over half in the last game. So far they're a bit quicker, but yeah, the defending team will have a limit of lives, so it'll be 2 or 3 lives each. Once those lives are out, they're obviously not allowed to respawn anymore. So it gives the greens a chance to attack. So the attacking team always have an unlimited amount of lives. They've only got 2 targets left to get, as I was saying that. Oh, that almost was a record run there. So like I said, last round, 55 seconds is the fastest time. We're now just over a minute with 2 targets left to get, which is incredibly fast. It's very good time so far anyway. These last 2 targets are probably going to be the hardest ones to get because as you can see on the bottom right camera there, you see that red glow, that is where one of the targets is, and it is very close to the spawn. I think the other one, which has just been got, yeah, was just on the left hand side of that camera. So they've only got 1 left to get now, and it's in that spawn area. It's going to be a difficult one to get. They're going to have to work together to grab that. The blue team do seem to be defending quite well. And there we go. It was 2 minutes, pretty much exact, which is crazy. But looks like the red/blue team are the winners here. Well done to those guys. But 2 minutes, I'm afraid, is not quite fast enough. So that was a red/blue team win. Well done to those guys. It was quite a fast time, less than a minute and a half, which is good. The fastest time was just under a minute and 55 at 50. Sorry, just under a minute at 55 seconds. There we go. So that was pretty close. That was a good time. It's one of the fastest, which is really good. 2 minutes is also a fast time to the greens. That was a pretty fast time. Anywhere sort of sub the 4 minute mark is a pretty fast time in this arena. These are 10-minute games, so there's 20 targets to get. Some of them are very difficult to get as well. So we'll be back shortly, I think, with probably one last game before lunch. We'll see what the players want to do. It'll probably be some sort of team deathmatch or something, but we'll see what they want to do. Give us a couple minutes, we'll get them straight back in. So we've got time for one more game. We're going to be doing an infection game, which is quite cool. We don't usually do this, but we only do it sort of like there's low numbers or the players specifically asked to. Since the players today are like a group of friends, we would do that for them. So basically, one person will be the zombie. Their goal is to infect all the other players. It can be over really quick, can take a while. It's usually over pretty fast. Yesterday there was some longer rounds of zombies, I think, in our private game we did. But we're going to sort of do a few rounds of this, so we'll keep the cameras rolling while they're playing, and you'll be able to see like each player have a different turn, starting as a zombie. So bear with us a couple minutes. Players just having a quick breather before they do this last round. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple minutes time.